All right, man. Stephen Espinoza shoots down the idea of Errol Spence taking on, Terrence Crawford taking on Gervonta Tank Davis, but also says that Boots Ennis, he likes to Boots Ennis fight next for Terrence Crawford at welterweight. You got some people saying that Boots Ennis deserves something, and like I said before, he is the mandatory, or he is the IBF interim champion. And they're gonna wait to see whether Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford do it again. But like I said before, what he bring to the table? Because we know if Errol Spence had beat Terrence Crawford, it wouldn't have been no push for him to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. And another thing we know about that situation as well is that Jerron Ennis could have been the mandatory. Jerron Ennis ain't fought a top 10 welterweight. Let that sink in for a minute. And let's not act like Terrence Crawford ain't try to fight him. Even after he fought Albanese, he tried to fight him, and they said they loyal to Showtime. Terrence Crawford said they never came to me with an offer to fight him. BOK Prime contacted Bonzi, said they loyal to Showtime. Okay, there you have it. There you have it. So, I don't really, like I said before, Jerron Boots Ennis, why am I fighting him? He just became a main event. He just became a main event on Showtime. You know what I'm saying? And we know what's gonna happen. We know what's gonna happen. So, we sitting here and we can talk about it all day until we blue in the face. But we know what's gonna happen. He get in there, and I already told y'all he was gonna have he was gonna struggle in y'all opinion, which I don't really call a domination struggle, but I get what y'all saying. He was gonna struggle with an opponent like Karen Shurkajan that he won post, who y'all gonna jump off the bandwagon. Then he was gonna have a good performance. Right? He was gonna have a good performance. And then y'all was gonna say, oh man, he's great again. And it's all about matchmaking. You seen he had issues with somebody that can stick and move. And then what happened? So that's just what it is. I be telling y'all, watch about matchmaking. Watch it. Watch it. It's an art to it. But it says, see, we get to it. So he says at the same time, Crawford is undisputed champion. There are mandatories. Espinoza said the IBF has a mandatory coming up. There are Gervonta Ennis. There are other mandatories coming up. Whether the WBA has the onus in line and IBF has Boots in line, that's the mandatories are there to make sure guys like Boots get their shot. I think that's 1-2 Boots can look forward to forcing the mandatory. If not, get him a title shot against somebody else. I love the Boots fight. I think it's the best fight that can be made in the welterweight division. That's a toss-up. You put Thurman, Boots, Crawford in the mix. Any two of those three fights is top tier. And that's his opinion. But you got to ask yourself, what do it do for Terrence Crawford? That's what you got to ask yourself. What does that fight do for Terrence Crawford? That's the $1 million question. What does that fight do for Terrence Crawford? Nothing. And when he tried to make the fight, guess what? I'm the champ. It's on my time. It's not on his time. That fight is on my time. That fight is on my time. That's one thing people got to figure that out. I'm the champ. Once I'm undisputed, it ain't no dispute. You know? Let's keep going. He said, I haven't spoken to Crawford about it or to his team. Look at what he's been saying publicly. It's pretty clear. His preference probably is Charlo. If that can't happen, then the big fight at 47, said Espinoza. So, you know, and understandably so. Now, if they offer him a bunch of money, fire Gervonta Ennis, I'm pretty sure his opinion is going to change. I'm pretty sure his opinion is going to change. So, I'm pretty sure that's going to change. But that's up to him. That's up to him. But yeah, I would look forward to his next fight. But like I said, they gonna open their mouth, they run up on people for fights like Keith Thurman and all that type stuff. I mean, they haven't fought a top 10 guy, bro. If you take the best top 10 best welterweights, that's just let you know how watered down boxing is as far as how to get a belt. He ain't fought another top 10 welterweight. We can run through him. They got Spence still technically a welterweight for now. Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford. You got guys like Errol Spence already ranked in the 154 pounds, so he already ranked there. But he still ranked as welterweight too. That's 3. You got a guy like they got Josh Taylor ranked at 47 too. Or Dennis Ugas, that's 4. You got a guy like Steonis, 5. You got a guy like Alexis Rocha, 6. You got another guy like Barrios, maybe in there, French guy, but 6, 8. Avanesian, 7. Kavalaskis, 8. I didn't count Barrios. Probably let's say Baraz had a 2 9. Rashidi Ellis, 10. So Barrios in there, 11. I could be forgetting somebody. So yeah, he ain't fought a top 10 welterweight. Let that sink in. He ain't fought a top 10 welterweight. He ain't fought a top 10 welterweight. So think about that for a minute. He ain't fought a top 10 welterweight. But it's always about discrediting Terrence Crawford. But Errol Spence wouldn't have been held to this same standard if he had won. He wouldn't have. And if Gervonta Ennis wanted it, they should have went the WBO route. If they were so, if they wanted the title shot so bad, they could have got in there. But they didn't. Let's call it what it was for. But then again, you ain't been there with a top 10 opponent. It's a matter about who you fought. Talented fighter. Talented. But then, Espinoza said he shot down the, Terrence fight Tank, and of course they're gonna shoot that down. Well, Tank said he was just Ellerby on the internet saying Tank just saying he was playing. Tank said he was playing, man. Tank going back to fight nobodies, bro. That's funny, some of these PBC fanboys, they'll shit on Terrence Crawford, but praise Gervonta Davis, who ain't fought a goddamn soul. He ain't fought nobody. That motherfucker more protected, than anybody else in boxing history. He about to be 29 years old in November and still ain't fought nobody. What Charlo say? That nigga with Mayweather and still ain't fought nobody. Still ain't fought nobody. And still ain't fought nobody. So we already knew they wouldn't go throw Tank Davis in there. No matter how much the fans demand, he's scary. Ain't no other way to describe it. He's scary. He's scary. He ain't gonna never fight nobody. He gonna fuck around and try to make it to 50-0 and pad a record, and hide behind these inflated gate numbers they be doing because they buying and reselling tickets allegedly, and that's what he gonna hide behind. He ain't gonna never fight nobody. And if he do lose, he gonna fight somebody. Either it's gonna be a fight like where they gonna be trying to cash him out like they did Errol Spence, or cash him in, or he gonna lose to somebody that they ain't see coming. That's what's gonna happen. So it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially on support the channel. Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.